This video covers understanding and using English grammar, 5th edition. We're in chapter 18, adverb clauses. Let's look at page 395, expressing the idea of during the same time using or by modifying adverbial phrases. So the typical way of talking about two things that are happening at the same time or during the same time is with the word while. So example A, while I was walking down the street, I ran into an old friend. So those two events happen at the same time. But if the subject of the adverbial phrase and the subject of the main clause are the same, in this case, I was walking, I ran into an old friend, we can shorten the adverbial phrase. We don't need to repeat the subject, so we can take out the subject and we remove the auxiliary verb. As an example B, while walking down the street, I ran into an old friend. And because that ing form of the verb, the progressive form of the verb, walking, gives the idea of something in progress happening, it gives that idea of while, we can remove the word while altogether. As an example C, walking down the street, I ran into an old friend. So sometimes, especially in speaking, the while is omitted, and that ing phrase at the beginning of the sentence gives the same meaning. We understand it to mean during the same time. These three sentences, A, B, and C, all have the same meaning. So let's look at some examples together. Read the sentence and then choose which one of the verbs will go in the blank. And we want to put those verbs in the ing form, the progressive form. Number one, Jill saw a police car with flashing lights. What was happening? What was Jill doing when she saw that police car? In the rear view mirror of her car. And if you look at the verbs up here, it looks like look. Okay. So the full phrase would be while Jill was looking in the rearview mirror of her car. We can shorten that and just say looking in the rearview mirror of her car, Jill saw a police car with flashing lights. Right now, take a second to pause the video, read number 2 through 5, choose the correct verb to go in the blank. When you finish, restart the video to check your answers. Pause now. Welcome back. Okay, I hope this wasn't too difficult. Let's check your answers. I found an old jacket I had worn as a teenager. What was I doing when I found an old jacket? I was looking, I was cleaning out my closet. Cleaning out my closet. The little boy shouted a greeting. What was the little boy doing when he shouted a greeting? He was running across the grass to meet his father. We looked down and saw the Mississippi River. What were we doing when we looked down and saw the Mississippi River? We were flying across the United States. We were in the airplane. Frances grabbed her keys and ran out the door. What was Frances doing? She was balancing her baby on her hip. Let's look at a couple of other examples just so we can get this idea. So let's practice. We have a sentence with an adverbial phrase. Watching TV at home last night, I heard a noise in my garden. There are two other ways that I can express this same idea, watching TV at night. First, we could add the word while to stress at the same time while watching TV, or we could write the full phrase while I was watching TV last night. Right? Driving in traffic, she listened to an audiobook. We could again emphasize that idea of during the same time by adding the word while. While driving in traffic, she listened to an audiobook, or I can include the subject and the auxiliary while she was driving in traffic. She listened to an audiobook. All three of these sentences have the same meaning. If you have any questions, leave your questions in the comment below. Thank you for watching this video.